Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spoken English for Semester 1. Before we start today's course, a summary of last week's course is necessary. So, in last week, we have dealt with manners of articulation for consonants. We have started by the notions of obstruction and constriction of the air, and then we have detailed manners of articulation including oral stop, nasal stop, lateral, or rolled. Moreover, we have discussed other characteristics such as sonorants, sibilants, and aspiration. Today's course is Classification of Sounds, Vowels. As a starter, what is a vowel? Read the following words out loud. Ah, shoe. Ah, shoe. Notice that in the first word, it is pronounced with an open mouth. Ah, a vibration and a continuous unobstructed air flow. In contrast, as we have established in the previous course, sh in shoe in the second word is a palatal alveolar fricative sound or consonant where the constriction of the air is present along the vocal tract. So, a vowel then is a sound in spoken language pronounced with an open vocal tract with no buildup of air pressure at any point. Like when you say the word you don't obstruct or constrict the airflow. It just flows, and there is a continuous constant vibration of the vocal cords. Similarly to consonants, vowels also possess characteristics such as places and manners of articulation. Moving on to the vowel chart. A vowel chart, as shown in the picture, is an idealized and stylized diagram that represents the position of each vowel. These positions are actually mapped onto the different positions of the highest part of the tongue when producing such vowels. So as you can see, the E, U, A are separated in different positions of the tongue and the mouth. So, how do we describe vowels? The phonetician Daniel Jones developed the Cardinal vowel system to describe vowels in terms of the common features. Thus, the quality of a vowel sound depends on height, how high it is raised, backness, what part of the tongue is raised, and roundness, whether the lips are rounded or not. Starting with height. Read the following words out loud. Be, bad, pet. Again, be, bad, pet. Notice that when pronouncing the vowel E, the tongue remains high. In contrast, when pronouncing the vowel A, the tongue remains low. Moreover, when pronouncing the vowel E in pet, the tongue remains in the middle. So, as shown in the picture, there are three possible height positions for vowels, either high, mid, or low. Next one is backness, and consider the following words. And again, as in the previous course or courses, feel free to read along with me. Leave, book, set. Leave, book, set. So, notice here that in the first word, while pronouncing E, the tongue is leaning forward, while when pronouncing U in book, the tongue is leaning backwards, so book. In addition, when pronouncing E in set, the tongue remains as it is in a central position. So, as shown in the diagram, there are three possible backness positions for vowels, so either front, central, or back. And lastly, roundness. Consider the following words: seal, took, seal, took. So, in the first word, seal, the vowel sound E is pronounced with unrounded lips, seal, while in the second word, the vowel sound U is pronounced with rounded lips, took. So, there are two possible roundness positions for vowel sounds, either unrounded, E, as shown in the picture, or rounded, U. Moving now to the description of vowels. We have B, bad, book. B, bad, book. So, E in B is produced with the lips stretched and the front of the tongue in the highest and most forward position possible. Then it is high, front, and unrounded. E is high, front, and unrounded. Now for A in bad, it is produced with the lips stretched and the tongue front in the lowest and most forward position possible. Then it is low, back, and unrounded. A is low, back, and unrounded. Lastly, we have U in book. It is produced with rounded lips and the tongue in the highest and farthest back position possible. Then it is high, back, and rounded. U is high, back, and rounded. So this table kind of summarizes the position and whether it is rounded or unrounded. Moving now to the classification of vowels. As we have seen before, the quality of sound of a vowel depends on the height, which represents a vertical dimension, the backness, which represents a horizontal dimension, and the roundness, which represents the lip position. There is also another factor, and it is the duration of sound. Starting with the vertical dimension, we have high vowels where the mouth is relatively closed, as in E. Mid vowels where the mouth is positioned halfway, as in E. And then low vowels where the mouth is relatively open, as in A. Next we have horizontal dimension. Front vowels where the tongue is raised towards the hard palate, as in E. Central vowels where the tongue position is intermediate between front and back, as in E. And back vowels, the tongue is raised towards the soft palate, as in U. Now we have the lip position. We have unrounded vowels where lips are moved away from each other, and they are also called spread vowels, as in E. Then we have neutral vowels where lips are neither rounded or are they unrounded, as in A. And lastly, rounded vowels where lips are brought together and pushed forward, as in U. In what considers the duration of sound, we have the following words: live, leave, dad, crate, book, soup. Again, live, leave, dad, crate, book, soup. So, notice that the highlighted vowels in violet, E, E, or A in dad, and U in book, do not take that much time to be articulated. So they are short vowels. Whereas E in leave, A in crate, and U in soup are long vowels because they take longer to be pronounced and articulated. As a conclusion, there is this table here that specifies short vowels from long vowels with examples such as mat and mate, pet and beat, twin and twine, knot and note, cub and cube. As a summary for this lesson, we have this diagram with all vowels and their IPA transcription, and we have the unrounded and the rounded vowels. So we have the words eat, bitter, stay, kingdom, letter, bus, my, matter, soup, cook, pour, show, fear, annoy, stare, fought, round, father. So you have to memorize each vowel, the sound that it produces, and its IPA transcription. Thank you for following this course with me today. And as the usual, I have provided practice and more videos on YouTube that could help you even more. Again, my email is available if you guys have any inquiries or any questions. And see you in the next course.